Welcome to yet another episode of the Pitchside podcast.
I like the way you're calling it.
Mamelodi
Pitchside.
Sundowns.
I like
Pitchside.
that. I like that.
You can see we are just by the pitch.
By
the
the
guys
pitch.
are working so hard, preparing for our next game.
Great sunny
but
day.
Before we go anywhere, I just want to acknowledge the comments that continue to come. Comments from everybody who is actually following this podcast, the Pitchside. I like the name Pitchside.
The Pitchside. I love that.
We had so much difficulty finding a name, but the people really chose a wonderful name. Thank you to Tsepoli Bambo. I love the name, and this is a huge platform for us to interact with you. We love you. We love you too, and it's really a great platform for us to interact.
Then another
you.
Comment coming from Hleli Zote. Another great show. Keep it up. Keep it up. Good work, guys.
Mhleli Zote.
It's Zote, yeah.
Andrea Temba is also saying, I love Pitchside podcast ran by our legends. It's really an honor to be still in contact with the club, still in contact with the fans, still in contact with the supporters, everybody who are within the club. Having this platform is really wonderful. We thank you for continuing to remain connected. Just subscribe and get the latest update of everything that happens within the club.
Yes.
Stellis
is coming, guys. This is the match that we anticipating to be very electrifying.
Electrifying.
I'm trying to use your words now.
Come to
electrifying
my
because
space.
we're going to Cape Town. Oh, that stadium, I've got few memories there. The stadium is just narrow. You know, people from the university will be there. You know. And of course, the Cape Town boys, they'll be heavy because they are people who will be next to the
we've got a lot of boys from Cape Town, so it's going to give them an opportunity also to meet their families and recap because of the long schedule that continues to run for the boys. They just traveled back. It can never be easy going to a team like
but I just want you to congratulate them, you know, for the display. You know, coming from that huge, big point that we encountered from Egypt, having to come back to South Africa, they have to switch altogether, forget about the achievement and go to the next chapter, which is to go and get that 3 points away from home. It's never easy.
Like you're saying now, to think about the big match they just played right now over the weekend in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Now there's a switch that you mentioned that transitions them from the mentality of playing Champions League.
Yeah.
Now going to a team that is actually in between, trying to fight to get into the top 8 as well as trying to avoid dropping lower on the league. How do you approach this kind of a game? Coming from such a great performance, what do you think is expected from the boys going that side?
I will easily say it's gonna be a mental game. For the guys, they have to try and be as close as possible to their mindset and how they believe in the game. You know, once you realize that there's more that you have to give in the field of play, the better for you to focus on the task that is in hand. And I believe the boys are now aware of the schedule that is really tight in front of them, because every match now it's a final match.
Every match is a final match.
So for them, it takes a lot of energy and focus to play these matches, because remember, you can't lose. Not only that, you have to grind results even if you feel like you're tired. So those are the moments. These are the period where the fatigue, level of traveling, a lot of things that are happening in between this schedule. But I believe the boys have got that in their back pocket.
You speak about being able to focus.
Yeah.
I was really impressed by the way our young Cassius was really focused in the previous game.
Yeah.
In such a magnitude of a game, he still displayed such wonderful form that he has come with through the league and transitioned to the Champions League, and he did so well at a young age. What does it take for a person to have so much confidence and focus, especially considering the fact that there are so many games? You play in Champions League, you play in the league, you play in the Nedbank Cup, and yet at such a young age, this guy is really doing the work that is required for a club as big as Mamelodi Sundowns?
I think credit should go to the whole team, having to allow the kid to enjoy in a platform where it's very friendly for the kid to, to just to explore. Remember, this is the first season for Cassius. And for me, I think having to see the senior guys, the coaches, give him that freedom to express himself within the structure. Of course, it's so refreshing to see. And I'm happy that the boy is also, coming to the party. He's making sure that he rewards.
Not just scoring, but also assisting.
Yeah, that assist was top. I wish I was that guy in that end of it. I was going to just to play without even looking.
Tabidi.
Yes, Tabidi. That was in the kitchen, my guy. As I said, it's a good feeling to see a kid that is just enjoying football. And I hope the younger ones, which are still coming to play on the bench, can just rub off that feeling and maybe they try to implement it when they get the opportunity to play, because it's so refreshing to see a kid that is so fearless.
You say the younger ones should be able to rub off.
Yeah.
Are there any other younger players within the whole league from different teams that you have recognized that they've been doing so well at yet a young age? Does that really give us our football in the country
there's
hope to say we've got youngsters that are actually coming up?
There's a lot, actually, Sugar. In the league today, we have seen a lot of young boys that are coming from the DDC. They are graduating to the senior team. If you go to Richards Bay, there's Msani in the midfield. Yes. Very, very talented footballer. Johannes at Supersport. Maseko, we can mention. The young Duduzi Chawalala Chiefs. There's one boy at Stellenbosch midfield, Adams in the midfield. You should watch him.
And we're going up against him now.
The technique is something else. You should watch him. But these are the kids that I can tell you that they've got something in them. They need to just explore themselves and make sure that they apply themselves the same way that they've been doing. And I think the sky is the limit. Okay, our sky is the limit.
I like how you bring that up. It really brings a sense of enjoyment. When you mention these young boys, I just think about how we first came into the setup.
For sure.
To find it was not easy because you were playing with people you really admire, and you can always see the love, the effort they put in when they see the players they've been looking up to from development structures, growing up, seeing their senior players, now being able to compete and stamping your authority in the game at such a young age. It must be really, really encouraging.
It's very encouraging, Sugar. Remember, these are the people that they grew up watching them play. I remember when Keisha said Themba Zwane is his favorite player.
You can see even the hairstyle.
I'm not sure about that. I was telling one of our producers before the show that I played with Wendell Robinson as a goalkeeper.
As a goalkeeper.
Sport. So I feel very old, but it's that time where when you arrive in the scene very early, the guys that you played with, they are very old, and you'll be telling the younger ones in the incoming future, be like, no, I played with him. So for me, I think that it should be an experience that the kids should take from the senior guys that are playing with and in this league, because remember Dennis Onyangos and they've been around, Kennedy Muwene, these are the people that have been around. So for young Cassius, young Karel Senkosi to rub shoulders with these great guys, I think it is a very, very nice and even motivation for the youngsters to say, if the Zimbabwean guy said he did it,
I can also did it. I just want you to send a special message to especially the young ones, because I really am enticed with the kind of displays that they show.
Did you just say enticed?
Skipper, you know my English.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening, mate.
Just one word. A few words of encouragement of how you've played. You came into the Premier League at a very young age, and you played so many years consistently, dominating in your position, in various positions. People don't know that you once played at right back. So how did you...
I was just young and naive at the time.
I want you to send a message. How can they also be able to remain focused. You mentioned focus.
Yeah.
To remain focused, to be able to play so many years and contribute not only to their respective clubs, but also go as far as representing their nation. Because you can expect that in times like this, players like Cassius, whilst we are struggling to score goals in the national team, and he's doing so well not only domestically but also continentally, what are the words of encouragement that you could give to the young ones, or even those who are still to come?
Sugar, I will simply start by consistency. Consistency is...
I hope you're taking notes. Consistency. To everybody who's watching and you're a young player, the legend is about to reveal secrets.
Consistency takes discipline in how you approach things. So if I start by approaching this Pitchside podcast with a complacency, it means the whole of my career as a broadcaster, it would be, you know what I mean? So everything that you do, you have to require a level of discipline in how you approach it. So with the game always reward people who put in the work. So if you want to make it great in the game, you must make sure that you train properly. The fundamentals, you have to do them easily and make sure that you perfect your craft every day. Be coachable as a player. Make sure that even when you are not in the field of play, make sure that you do your research on how other players are playing in your position. In that, it helps you to read the game better. You know, as they say, they give you the scope, and the next thing you read between those. You know what I mean? So I think game requires that. You have to invest in the game, and the more you invest in the game has got a way of rewarding you.
There you have it, from the legend himself. All the young players, I can see the communication that he's giving. You can see it in the boys that are playing within the Mamelodi Sundowns setup. The boys are really preparing already for the next game against Stellenbosch. It's not going to be an easy game, like you said, but we still have to do the business. We still have to continue with the work. I
did mention in the beginning that the final matches. It means you have to win by all costs. You have to apply yourself like a professional. It's not yet done, as we all know. At Sundowns, doesn't finish until the last match of the season. There's a lot of games that are still gonna come. The boys, they know that there's a tight schedule. You have to juggle the league, CAF Champions League, and the Nedbank. So in all those, you have to make sure that you apply yourself. Not only different but consistently in how you approach those matches. They're still the same in how you approach them. Of course, the goals will win you the matches every time. It doesn't matter which competition you play in. But I don't see Sundowns struggling to score goals, because I've seen the goals are coming from every angle of the pitch. So I think this is the time of the season where we can easily say, guys, we're doing well as a team.
There you have it. Once again, this is the Pitchside podcast, live
from Chlorokop. I love it.
The home of champions. Subscribe, Mamelodi Sundowns TV. Get the latest updates. Kabuyelo.